Let's face it, you're getting older, your kids are getting more grown up, your wife is putting on a few pounds and won't get off Facebook. What does that mean for you? It means you have a lot more free time on your hands. How are we going to spend that free time? We're going to get back into Magic the Gathering. We are going to spend hundreds of dollars on cards. We are going to literally spend all of our free time reading up on combos and how to beat other players. Scratch that. We are not going to do those last two things. I am going to show you in this video today how someone who is a casual player can be competitive, have fun, and enjoy Magic the Gathering once again. So, that brings us to the Commander format. So what is Commander and why is it appealing to someone who's a casual player? Well, Commander is a format where you play with 100 card decks, one of each card, and you have a Commander who is a legendary creature who can come into the game multiple times. The first step for your resurgence is to go to Magic's website and read up on the Commander format. While you're there, you're going to say hi to Rihanna over here, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to read the rules. Now, if you are a former Magic player like I was for many years, I still have a pretty good understanding of the rules and what commanders can do and who they are. So one way I got back into the game was I just Googled best commanders. So commander format is also known as EDH, and EDH Rec is a great website for a lot of resources, everything commander. So this is one of their pages where they show you different commanders that you can choose from, different abilities. And when you're looking at these commanders, the thing you want to remember is in Commander, the colors of your commander are the colors that are made up of your deck. So if you have a commander who has a green and a blue mana symbol, you are only allowed to have green and blue cards in your deck besides your standard artifacts and colorless objects. So keep that in mind. That makes for some pretty cool synergies and some really awesome combos you can fire off in EDH. Now, I'm not going to get into strategies or things like that today. I just want to show you how I got back into the game as a casual player without putting a lot of time and a lot of effort into the game. That's what the internet's for. I mean, if you want anything these days, you can power on the computer and it's right there in front of you. So here we go. Once you know who your commander is going to be, I would recommend going to Google, typing in EDH Rec and the commander that you want to play. Today, I chose Sisay Weatherlight Captain because it's a deck I had, and when I first played it with my casual commander group, she did fairly well, but there's definitely some room for improvement. So I'm going to take you on how I'm going to improve her today. So first thing you do is Google that, and you're going to, of course, click on the first link that pops up, which is EDH Rec. What's neat about this and what saves you a ton of time is it brings up your commander, and it brings up a lot of different themes. So the key of Commander is you have to understand your play group. Are you playing with 2 or 3 guys, 4 guys, 5 guys? I guess that makes you a whore, but either way, if you're playing with a smaller play group, your strategy might differ than it will with a larger play group. Commander, the other cool thing about it is it's what you want to make out of it. It's how you want to play the game. Do you want to be combo heavy? Do you want to be big creature heavy? Do you want to be a quick deck? Do you want to mill people? I mean, there's just so many different strategies in Magic. What makes Commander a lot of fun. A lot of those old school cards are still eligible in Commander, and it brings back a lot of memories when you get down to it. So you'll see these different themes down here, and you can choose to pick one or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But what I love about this website as we scroll down is it's going to show you cards. And it's going to show you cards that go really well with your commander. So instantly you can start getting different strategies going in your head without having to pick a specific theme of a deck. You can just start looking at cards and selecting, oh, I like that, I like that, I'm thinking, what can this do? And I'm not a hardcore Magic player. I don't read all the spoilers of cards that are coming out. I don't read all the rule changes. I read, some things, but not a lot. That's what websites like this are for. They really take the time away from everything else in life. If I have to take a shit, I don't want to sit there reading about Magic. If I have to go run errands at the store, I'm not thinking about Magic. I can come back online and I can look at this website and really get ideas for some good cards and things that I want to do. So you'll start off with new cards and reprints. It goes into high synergy cards. So this is your bread and butter. This is really where you're going to get your big ideas for what your commander can do and what your themes might be of your deck. As you continue to scroll down, you'll go into top cards, creatures, You go into instants and sorceries, all the way down to artifacts, lands, planeswalkers, you name it. But as you see me scrolling through this website, you really get an understanding of it's all right there in front of you. You don't need to put the time in because someone else who gets laid less did. So that is just fantastic. It saves you a lot of the time. So after you go through EDHREC and you get an idea kind of what you're looking for in your deck, what synergies you want to do, the other neat part you'll see is these little prices under the cards here. So I'm a successful guy, but I'm not rich by any means. I mean, I live, check by check, just like plenty of other people in this country. So one thing I'll do is if a card says 25 cents, I'll probably pick it up. I like having the paper copy. But if a card says $14.70, I'm not dropping 14 bucks on a Magic card, at least not now. My commander maybe, but not necessarily all the cards I'm going to put in the deck. So you're probably thinking, well, what does that mean? How are you still going to be able to play the cards? Well, there's this beautiful little site called Magic the Gathering Press, mtgpress.net. What's really neat about it is you can come on here and you can pull up the artwork for all the different cards you want to put inside your deck, click build it, and it puts them in this handy dandy little option of how you can print them. You can even click on this, you can change it, and it'll resubmit it with different artwork. It's really cool. It's a neat little site. So my EDH group is friendly, competitive, so we're able to print out proxies and use them. I would love to spend hundreds of dollars on dual lands. Trust me, I would. They're valuable. They're a good investment, but I'm a casual player. I don't have time for that. So I'll come on here and I'll print out a bunch of cards, and that way if I play the cards and don't like them, I can come back on, print some more. It's really neat. Now, most tournaments and most game shops don't allow proxies, but if you're in a casual group, they will. So just make sure you ask before you go out and print them. So another great resource, and the final resource I like to use when I'm building my decks, is tappedout.net. So this was recommended to me by my play group, and this specific deck was recommended to me by the Glorious Geek, whose YouTube channel you can easily find. Great guy when it comes to Magic, knows his combos, knows his stuff. So in this website, you'll see different ideas of people's decks that they've put out. You can click on, there's thousands of decks on here. You can scroll over each of the cards, which is really cool. You can see what the cards do. You can pick and choose out of here. And here's the other bonus. So I can sit here and I can copy these cards. Go ahead and copy it. Go back to press. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these. Paste. Build it. So now, again, I can print up all these cards and not have to worry about the investment. Again, that really puts the casual aspect back into Magic and a lot of fun of it. Part of what made Magic hard back in the day was, getting the best cards cost you money. And when you were a kid, it was a lot of chores you had to do. Now, as an adult, I'd rather work smarter than harder. And, we just did just that by copying and pasting. So, once again, we'll recap. Want to learn about Commander? Go to Magic's site. Again, think about Rihanna and her hot-ass body as you read the rules of Commander. Then go to EDHREC. Pick out your Commander or just Google it. There's lots of good resources, lots of good posts from people. Figure out who you want to play and what your color scheme is going to be. Next, you're going to Google that Commander and take a look at all the cards that are out there that really go with your Commander. If you don't have a good understanding of combos or synergies or things like that, again, there's plenty of good resources out there. And you can also just click on the different themes and things up here. And what that does is it puts those cards right below and you can kind of see different things and how they work. Then you can print off your proxies if you would like. And you can also check out tappedout.net to get ideas from other players who've used your same Commander. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. To get you casually back into the Commander format, this is Casual Daddy, signing out.